Sean here from COUNTERTOP Kids, and I'm here with our MK005 38-inch wide dual bowl mud kitchen. And this video is going to be a quick assembly for people who have already purchased one of these mud kitchens and would like to know how to put it together. It's also be an ideal video for people looking at maybe buying a mud kitchen for their child or making their own mud kitchen. This will certainly be helpful for you as well. Now, this mud kitchen can be purchased at craftedforkids.com or on etsy.com/craftedforkidsco. We sell on both of those channels. Now, when you get this kitchen, it's going to come in these 4 sections. You've got your legs pre-assembled, the backboard pre-assembled, the countertop pre-assembled, and then you've got 2 of the bottom shelves. Now, included with your hardware kit is 6 1.5-inch screws and 12 2-inch screws. They are deck screws. They are outdoor rated deck screws, and they are Robertson screws, which means that they have a square head on them, a number 2 square head. Pretty popular to use here in Canada, North America, less so in the States. So if you are in the US and you're using, and you do have this mud kitchen, and for some reason you do not have either a screwdriver with a square head or a power drill with a square head, a number 2 square head, you can replace these screws with any sort of 2-inch or 1.5-inch deck screws. Again, you have 6 of the 1.5-inch and 12 of the 2-inch. You'll also end up with 4 of these hooks. I've only got 1 here because to make this video a little bit shorter, I pre-installed the hooks on this backboard. On the underside of the shelf, you'll see 4 pre-drilled holes, 1, 2, 3, 4. And all you need to do is grab your hooks, line them up with the holes, and screw them in. You certainly do not have to use these hooks if you do not want to. If you are concerned with your kids, getting a finger caught on them, or if you have a shorter child, like a 2 or 3-year-olds, you can always put the hooks at the front of the legs, so the utensil hooks are a little bit easier for them to access. Now, I'm going to put this aside just so we can work a little bit more. So the first thing you're going to do for assembly is get your legs and space them apart. It does not matter if they're this way or this way. They're made symmetrically. And the bottom shelf support has 4 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 on each side. There are no holes on the top, so you don't really have to worry about, which way you're aligning them, as long as you choose a way. Grab your first board. These are the bottom shelf boards, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 holes. First board goes in, line up, pushing it to the back side of this frame, and the end of it to the, I'm going to turn this around quickly, the end of it keeping it flush or level with the outside of the leg. Grab your screwdriver or power drill and two of the 2 of the 2-inch screws. Now, keep in mind these are handmade here in Guelph, Ontario, Canada. They're not made on a factory assembly line or constant repeated line, and they are made of natural cedar. So, natural cedar, like a cedar deck or cedar fence, is not perfect. You have knots, little cracks, things like that. So certainly do not expect like a furniture into your furniture grade product, because that's not what this is. This is going to be in similar look like a deck or a fence type quality. Because of that too, obviously all these holes are drilled with jigs, but they are done by hand, so they may not be perfect as far as lining up at the bottom of the shelf, but it doesn't really make a difference because cedar is very soft. So if for some reason the holes don't line up, say in the bottom of the shelf support, just apply a little bit extra pressure with your screwdriver or your power drill, and you will end up creating new holes, and the old holes won't show up because they're underneath the board. So 2 more 2-inch screws here. Move to the other side. Hopefully this will be a little bit better view for the camera. Two more 2-inch screws. All right, the bottom section, this frame is made. Next part you're going to do is attaching the countertop. countertop is made of ACX, exterior grade plywood, which is what the ACX means. It means the X means exterior grade. It uses a exterior grade glue between the veneered layers. This stuff is commonly used for shed floors and like barn floors and things like that. So it is, more or less outdoor rated, but we also coat the countertops with a single coat of clear urethane finish, a water-based urethane finish that will give it a little bit more weatherability as well. So on this section, you take the countertop. It doesn't matter if you're going to put on this side as the front or this side as the front because these are symmetrical legs, and there's no holes pre-drilled for the tops on the leg sections. And you're going to line up here, so you can see this is flush, and you're going to grab 3 1.5-inch screws. And again, do one side at a time, because what you'll probably find is you'll do one side and the other side of the leg's not going to line up completely, so you're going to just use your hand to adjust it, and I'll show that as well. So you first screw in, doesn't matter if you do starting here to here, doesn't make a difference. Again, these are the 1.5-inch depth screws, keeping it flush and lined up. Now we'll do the same thing on the other side. What you'll see is it's not exactly flush and lined up because you've got a little bit of movement here. So you've got some flexibility to use your hands and line them up before you put your screws in. Throwing screws around. All right, we're almost done here. The last thing to do is to your back side, which is this, obviously. Grab the back frame, turn it around, and you'll see you've got 1, 2, 3 pre-drilled holes lined up just like this. There are no pre-drilled holes in this section on the back leg, so it doesn't really matter if you, again, it doesn't really matter what side of the legs you chose to start with. Line it up flush as much as possible here. So this outer edge meets this outer edge. Grab your 2-inch screws. And again, if you have a second person that wants to help you with this, it's probably a little easier, but lining it up flush and giving a little bit of pressure down so this lines up with the bottom of the countertop that's there. The other side here, again, give it a little bit of pressure so it lines up. And that's it. Throw your bowls in. And you have our completed mud kitchen. If you have any questions about our products or the installation or assembly, feel free to reach out to us at info@craftedforkids.com. You can also buy one of these if you haven't already bought one at craftedforkids.com or on our Etsy channel or Etsy sales channel at etsy.com/craftedforkidsco. Thanks for watching this video. I hope it explains a lot about building this Crafted for Kids mud kitchen, and I hope your kids enjoy it. Bye for now.